Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will do a color and chat video, and because it's March, it's springtime, and I feel inspired to color with some pastel colors, some spring colors, so some pinks, some yellows, some light purples, a lot of greens, and yeah, at the start of the month, I didn't feel really inspired to color in my Mandalen coloring book by Maria Trolle, but I was looking in it and flipping in it, and I find some inspiration for it. And it is just starting to rain, so you might hear the rain, and it's so cozy and nice feeling to sitting in my studio with a nice cup of tea. I really hope I won't forget it today. So let's have a look and see what is the page that I picked, and I will use my Tuli Art paint pen. I will sit here, simply create a background, and that's something I want to talk about. I picked out this one and I think it's a great one for spring and not that complicated. So you won't see a lot of great techniques today, and I will put a page behind and I will zoom you in and we will start, and yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe zoom in a little bit more. Yeah. And I can take a look what we see. I will shake it up a little bit. I already shaked it before I started the video. So yeah. Let's start a color and chat. Create some nice soft yellow background in the book and yeah, get the page started. I don't know if I will finish it this month, and that's okay. Really, it is okay. And the thing I want to talk about today is, yeah, that there are things changing in my coloring and the coloring relation that I have. And yeah, I really want to try to change some of my habits and the way how I think about my coloring, and yeah, I will explain why in the video. So if you are interested, please listen, and otherwise I hope to see you next time. So the thing that I want to change is the pressure that I put on my shoulders, and I do it myself, and it's all because the way how I think. For the channel, I'm really liking it to be, yeah, real balanced out, very nice balanced out, and I decided that there need to be videos every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, a flip through, and yeah, it is nice to have a real, yeah, balance in your videos, and the people that are watching knowing, okay, every Monday there will be a new one to watch, or I'm wondering about a new flip through. Will it be a new book or an older book, or yeah, what will be shared on the channel? At the same time, by creating those videos every month, people also expecting their art videos, right? And the downside is, if I'm not really feeling well, I still have to make the videos in my mind. I need it because they are expecting there will be a video every Monday, and I know I can do it. It worked out for me almost 2 years now, every Monday a video, so it's not something that I'm not able to do. But the thing that I'm no longer able to do is the flip through Fridays, and I record a video about the changes on the channel because I don't want to buy books just to be able to create a video. And then I have to distest the books because Those are not my most favorite coloring books, and I only got them because of the flip throughs. It is something ridiculous to do. I don't like it to spend my money on it, and yeah, to be honest, not a lot of people watching all those flip throughs. My color chats videos are more popular, and yeah, people enjoying them more and reacting more positive about it. So I think it's a good decision, and people were very supportive about it and understand my decision by not doing every Friday my flip through. If I have new books, I will really post them and share them on a Friday in a flip through, and but not every month, every week anymore, and maybe not even every month. Because last year I started my no buy, I think in October, and extended into November, and it felt great. And yeah, it started to change things for me. There is this ball that starts rolling, and it rolls harder and harder, and it moves on into different areas, and it has effect at different things in life. And that's great. We are always very thoughtful about things that we buy, and we are kind of minimalist. And yeah, my hobby was an exception about it, I think. I spent a lot of money on it, and we have the money, that's no problem. I can spend so much I want, so we don't have to worry about paying the bills. Or I know it is really, yeah, great. And not everyone, yeah, can spend so much money on it. And I know some people feel not really nice watching channels having those amazing great hauls, and they also want to buy so many books every month, and they're simply not allowed or not able to buy so many books every month. And I'm feeling bad that I'm showing all those art supplies and then I destash them and not being very happy with it. I hope it made sense. And I don't need all those things to be happy. And uh, have to keep it going again. So yeah, I will be more thoughtful about it, about the things that I buy. I think this year I will buying most of the things will be replacements. If my Tuli Art paint pens run out, I will buy a new set for sure because I'm really liking them. But will I try different paint pens just because I want to buy and try? I don't think so. Because I found this brand that I really liking, and yeah, I'm okay with it. And I can replace them and be happy with it, and yeah, not ending up with 7 brands of markers and only liking this one. For an example, I'm not saying that I won't like the others, but if something working for me, then I can be happy with it, and yeah, I hope it makes sense. And after the decision but for the no buy, it also started my thoughts of de-stash. So in January, I did a huge de-stash. I think it's huge. I think I removed over 30 coloring books from my collection. And I have a lot of coloring books, and I kept a lot because most of them I still love and would love to coloring. But those books that I was de-stashing were also in my mind that I had to color. And they created a feeling that I have to color in things that I not really love. And it really put me off coloring a little bit, slowed me down because they were not that much fun than the others. If I have to compare them with each other, then I was really looking forward to books like this to color, and then I also have to color all the books that I was not that inspired to color, and yeah, I didn't like the feeling. Giving myself the permission and allow myself to detach them, and it's okay that I make the decision that those books are no longer standing in my collection, created some space in my mind, and really it was very positive because I was looking forward to color, and I spent so much more time coloring in February compared to other months, and I had so much more joy to color, and every book I want to dive in, and I was picking out pages for March. It was very funny. I had to limit myself to 10 books, and I was looking at the shelves, and I was simply able to pick up 20 more if I wanted to, because all the books I want to color in, and I feel inspired to dive in the pages, and I want to start coloring all my pages. So that's a great difference, and also a thing that was in my mind were all my work in progress pages. And I think it's up already on my channel, but in February, the month after my distance, I was able to finish all my work in progress pages. My forever work in progress pages that I started back in 2015 even, and it feels so great, and there is less pressure on my shoulders that there are unfinished things on my shelf because everything is finished now and they don't need attention. And if I feel inspired now to dive in, I can dive in. And yeah, I think that it is a big gift that I gifted myself at the start of the year. And it all started with my no buy. And yeah, it's great. Really, it is great. And yeah, there was also the thing that I realized why I don't like certain objects to color, or that I have struggled starting a double page spread because a lot of my work in progress pages were double side spreads, and I started them a long time ago and they were still unfinished. And I had a feeling from back in the day that I was not able to color or finish a double side spread. Simply because at the start of your coloring journey, you are not inspired to color so much and invest so many hours at the same page, right? You want faster results, I think. So most of the times, and I had a lot of times that I had the feeling that I was not able to complete anything, and that I was not able to have great results than compared to other people on the internet, and they were all coloring those double side spreads, and I simply didn't realize that I was not that far in my coloring journey yet to be able to color all those pages and feel great about it, and that it will take a lot of time. When I first started coloring, I was thinking spending 1 hour at the background is ridiculously long. And I know now that if I spend 1 hour at the background and be okay with it, like this one, if I spend 1 hour, then I colored it, kind of quick. I had to learn and discover yet that coloring will take a lot of time, and that it is okay. You don't need to hurry and you can slow down. And if you don't color 20 pages a month, and even you spend so much hours on it, and or it feels like you spend a lot of hours on it, and you don't get a lot of results, that it is okay. So yeah, it's something I realized along the way, and having finally all those double side spreads done, I can take a look at them again and see if I want to dive in them and don't feel the hesitation that I felt before to dive in and start a double side spread. I won't allow myself to create a lot of work in progress pages. Of course, I can start this one now and have it roll over to next month, but that's not really feeling like a work in progress page. Not like a forever work in progress page. So I can allow myself to have some work in progress pages at the same time and roll them over and finishing the next month or the month after without creating again 44, I think I had at some point, of work in progress pages and spent a lot of time coloring and never felt great about my finished pages. So yeah, that is something that's changed. And it is fun that a simple thing like a no-buy really touch on different subjects in my coloring hobby and keep me thinking about things, and yeah, I'm liking it. And I create different, yeah, thoughts about things. I think different about things. I have different opinions about things than I had before, and that's okay. You can change your mind. We are all human and we can think different about the same object, and that's okay. I think it's interesting if I think this way about a thing and someone else is totally opposite of me and it's working for them and they have a different opinion, and yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's interesting. We all are different, and yeah, our brains are working different, and this is really what's working for me at this moment. And spending less on my hobby, it doesn't mean for me that I get less enjoyment out of it. It is simply growing my enjoyment out of it, and that was something that, yeah, was fun and nice when I realized it. So, yeah. And there's this other thing. At the start of the 2023, I really wanted to try complete color 100 coloring pages, and at the end it didn't happen. And it felt like I was failing a little bit because I really tried to make it my coloring goal, and I really wanted to finish all my work in progress pages. So that was another thing that I was not able to do in 2023, and I felt bad about it. And I think those goals, they were still in my mind for 2024, and I even was thinking, well, we will see. I was more kind to myself, and I was okay if I'm not be able to finish all the work in progress pages. And then I created those space with the details and the things, and they just were completed very quickly. And I already have my the goal that I had in mind to complete them completed just in February, and the year is just started, and I already able to color 30 pages, and I was thinking, yeah, I would love to color 100, and it's in my mind, but if I'm not able to color 100 pages, I'm totally fine with it. And allow myself those kind of things and be kinder to myself with those thoughts. Yeah, I think it's really helping my coloring mojo at this moment. And then I also realized that I had this pressure on my own shoulders that I have to color at least like 8 pages a month to be able to color 100, I think. And even I was not feeling it and I want to spend my time at other hobbies, sometimes I had the feeling of guilt. Sometimes I like to play some games, and I think allow yourself to enjoy the hobby and spend your time on a hobby you like at that moment and have the fun, then it is well spent time. I love to do jigsaw puzzles, and especially I like to do the huge ones, 30,000, 40,000 piece puzzles. But those take a lot of time, and yeah, then there is less time left for coloring. And then I felt like, yeah, but I have still to do so many pages, and otherwise I won't get my goals. And at the moment, I'm like, yeah, well, if I like to spend the time that I have for my hobbies, I feel good enough to do the jigsaw puzzle. Well, let me do it. Yes, then I create less pages. But what's the problem? I spent my time on something I really like to do at that moment, and that's okay. So I really try to work on that state of mind this year. That it's okay as long as I'm having fun and I don't have the pressure on my shoulders and yeah, don't make it get hard. And I'm sure some other people will be the same. And some people will think, well, girl, you are crazy. So yeah, that's okay. Okay, we are all different. And you can see it's really simple basing your picture with a acrylic paint marker. And I went for the acrylic paint marker because of all those little tiny details. You, of course, you can pick up your paint, acrylic paint with a brush and yeah, going in. It is simply not that much fun for me. I think it's easier with a paint marker. And it will be a little bit more expensive, but it's more fun for me. And yeah, I'm here for the fun at the moment. I really think coloring need to be fun. And it can be frustrating sometimes if a page is not turning out the way you want. And before I was really hard on myself if a page didn't turn out the way that I wanted. And I had something in mind and it didn't work out, and especially when it was the first page in a book. And it can yeah, create this horrible feeling that it is a failure, that it's not beautiful and you have to fix it, and by fixing it you make the look of the page even worse. Let me take a sip of my cold tea. So yeah, and you make it even worse for yourself, and yeah, it's simply not worth it. Some pages won't turn out the way that you imagine. Okay, then move on to the next one and try again. And I try to enjoy the process of it. Even if the pages are not turning out the way that I want, I still can enjoy it. I had fun coloring and I learned something from it. Possibly. Maybe it were the color combinations. Maybe I had to learn that some techniques don't work together. And yeah, it's all okay. And I think that is something that I want to spend my time on this year. And I know it's March and creating those goals and videos and things about it. Maybe it's a bit late, but yeah, it's never too late to start some changes, right? If it's creating some positive outcome. And then I won't say you have to try it or anything, because it might not work for you. We are all different. And then also, because of our, yeah, of my decision, by being more mindful about things, we got rid of a lot of our streaming services. And I think I talked about it in a video. And I am no longer sitting staring at my screen watching a video. Well, I want to color, and sometimes I'm just listening to the videos, right? And to the movies, I must say. And then I end up looking at and watching the video, sitting here and not coloring, and I realize that yeah, if I make time to color, I really color. I listen to some YouTubers and I love watching it. And it is a positive thing that we don't have those streaming services anymore. None of us are missing it so far, and we don't have it now for, yeah, almost a month. Everything is gone for a month now, and yeah, it's working great for us. And that's also what um, what is also saving me some time is the decision about the Black Flip Through Friday. I don't have to take a look at the internet and search for new coloring books. I spent a lot of time looking to new books and find interesting things for the channel, and now I can spend the time really at creating new videos or yeah, doing some extra coloring, and that's great. I don't find myself looking at the internet at things, and yeah, that's something that is making me happy. And I can really enjoy the hobby the way that I was imagining it. So that's great. I want to remove this little thing in the background. It's also a great thing about the paint markers is that you can change up little things in the background. If you don't like a certain leaf somewhere, you can cover it up with a acrylic paint. Especially if you go for the black paint. And I don't know, oh, this is the wing, I think. Okay. I was confusing myself with the look of the wing and the leaf. I had to figure it out. And I don't know what I was saying. I don't know if I will finish the page this month. I felt really inspired to start a yellow background with it. And my paint pen is again skipping, but I think we can finish off the whole background with it. It's really quick. I think I spent 30 minutes now, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less. It feels like around 30 minutes. And I think we are, yeah, over halfway already. That's great. So, oh yeah, I was talking about not finishing the page. It's okay. I simply wanted to have the background yellow, and yeah, maybe I can dive in the page when I like to simply color some leaves and be okay with it and color it slowly. And then I even got the page finished in March. And I was thinking at the start of the month I was not able to color in this book because I wasn't inspired to color the book. And I allowed myself to skip the month, and I find myself today coloring it, so that's also okay. You can see I even change my mind in a few days or weeks or whatever. Then a little question for you all. Are there things that you would love to see on the channel? Do you have questions about certain objects, how to color it? Do you want to have my thoughts about certain subjects for adult coloring? Let me know and I might can do a video about it on the channel. So yeah, please let me know if there is something you want a video about. And I think I will finish off the background on my own because you have seen how I have colored the background and how I will finish it. And yeah, I simply don't know what to talk about anymore. Just things that were changed in my mind. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And I will wish you a lot of lovely hours coloring. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!